Hashtag end bad governance in Nigeria. Enough is enough. Join the protest against bad governance. Somebody has published this one today. Okay, they are still building momentum. Okay, putting everything together to ensure that protest is not frustrated. So now they say enough is enough. Join the protest against bad governance in Nigeria. I'm telling you, the way the protest is going to go, you know, you can never determine the momentum until it starts. By the time it starts, you are going to see how people will join from various parts of the country, and it go just turn to something else, because people are waiting for action to start. That is the thing. People are just waiting for action to start. So now a call has been placed, to ensure that everybody participate in that protest. The recent call for a nationwide protest has struck a chord with many who are fed up with the escalating prices of basic um, of basic necessities, meager wages, and the rampant kidnappings that have become a norm. So at the heart of this discontent is the feeling that those in power have abandoned the people, prioritizing their own interests over the welfare of the people. Okay, over the welfare of the nation. So the newly approved minimum wage of 70,000 naira, for instance, is a paltry. It's a paltry sum that can barely cover the cost of a bag of local rice, which now sells for over 70,000 naira. This stark reality has left many wondering how they are expected to survive, let alone thrive. Exactly. That minimum wage of 70,000 cannot pay the transport of the worker for a month from house to work and back. That is the truth. You cannot even buy fuel into the car for 1 month, and you are saying you have given something. The situation is further compounded by the fact that kidnappers now demand as little as 20,000 naira to release their victims. This is far cry from the days when kidnapping was a rare occurrence and the ransom demands were astronomical. Today, it seems that even the poorest of the poor are not spared from this menace. So as the people of Nigeria cry out for change, it is imperative that those in power listen. The governors, who are seen as the custodians of the people's trust, must take a stand and support the protest. It is no longer enough to pay lip service to the plight of the people. Concrete actions must be taken to address the grievances that have been raised. Exactly. It's not the same governors, the APC governors, that are saying that they don't know why the people want to protest. Led by APC governors, led by Hope Uzodinma, they don't know why the people want to protest. But meanwhile, they know that government is doing something to ameliorate the economic hardship bedevailing the country. But they don't know why the people want to protest. The governors are liars by themselves. So the president and governors must be held accountable for their failures. The time for excuses is over. The time for action is now. The people of Nigeria demand a better life, and it is the duty of those in power to ensure that this demand is met. The power of the people is coming to play now. As the people of Nigeria demand an end to bad governance, they must also realize that they hold the power to effect change. The protest is not just a cry for help, it is a call to action. It is a reminder that the people will no longer sit idly by while their country is run aground by few politicians. The power of the people is a force to be reckoned with. It is the power that has brought down government and toppled dictators. It is the power that has inspired revolutions and sparked change. It is this power that will bring about the change that Nigeria so desperately needs. A call to action, therefore, from here. As the protest gains momentum, it is imperative that all Nigerians join in. This is not a partisan issue. It is not a national one. Okay? The suffering of the people knows no political boundaries, and neither should the solution be. Okay? To the leaders, we say, listen to the cry of the people. Take concrete actions to address the grievances that have been raised. It is not too late to make things right. To the people, we say, do not be afraid to demand what is rightfully yours. You have the power to effect change, and now is the time to use it. Together, we can make Nigeria great again. Together, we can bring an end to bad governance and usher in new era of prosperity and growth. The time for change is now. Let us seize it with both hands. Exactly. So now these people have called, they have written. Who wrote this? Godwin Ofo. They will say it's an Igbo man now. Why is he calling for Nigeria to be run aground? But what he has enumerated here is exactly the driver of this protest. It's not driven by anybody. It's driven by the situation of the country. It's driven by the situation of the country, I tell you. So now somebody is saying, no hidden places for the leaders of protest. You must be on the front line. No need to hide in the back, including the lawyer who has never released the NSAS youth from detention, but he will give the new protesters free service. I don't join national protests against federal government, APC government and agencies. Can you imagine? No matter the warning, those who will not make it back home that very day, will never listen to the voice of wisdom beside them. Can you imagine? This was discouraging people. Which youths? APC youths? I will not join the useless protest in favor of Atiku and Peter Obi. Yeah, so that is your own. It's not, this protest is not about Atiku and Obi. It is you. All protests cancelled. That is APC. Okay, these are APC youths, people that are suffering and smiling and supporting evil. Let them stay where they are. Nigeria should wake up from slumber before it will be too late. Tinubu is treating Nigerians as a slave. Let's wake up and fight for our destiny. That is it. It go reach. This so-called protest is only meant for the APC supporters because they are the ones suffering and smiling, not be lie. The APC supporters are the ones that will come to the public, they will come to the public and support the government. They will go inside and cry right inside their houses. The beginner is not the owner, but the finisher. If the current leaders survive this protest, know that Nigerians are not serious with their future. Of course. Of course. As long as the political elites continue to live lavishly while the majority of Nigerians live in poverty, it will be difficult to prevent a mass revolution against the politicians. The youth observe what is happening in Kenya and want to emulate it. It is no secret that the government has failed the masses. The government should organize a sovereign national conference to discuss how we should be governed. This could prevent the imminent protest. Our current system is not functioning correctly at all. And that is it. That is it. Okay. So thank you for listening, and let's have your comment as a call to action has been made for the protest.